I would like to unpack a very significant political and diplomatic development in Kenya. The nomination of Mama Ida Odinga as Kenya's ambassador and permanent representative to the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, by President William Ruto. This decision has set off intense debate across political circles within the Odinga family itself and among ordinary Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, let's break it down. On Friday, 23rd January 2026, President William Ruto used his constitutional prerogative to nominate Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga for the role of ambassador and permanent representative to UNEP, the United Nations key environmental body headquartered here in Nairobi. Her nomination has been transmitted to Parliament for vetting and approval as required by law. If approved, Mama Ida will replace Ababu Namwamba, now assigned as Kenya's ambassador to Uganda. Mama Ida Odinga is not just anyone. She is a respected educationist, civic leader, and women's rights advocate, known for championing social justice, gender equity, and democratic activism over decades. She also has experience in business leadership, including running family enterprises such as a manufacturing firm. Now, let's go deeper. The timing and choice of these appointments are politically loaded. First, remember that Ida Odinga is the widow of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, a towering figure in Kenyan politics who passed away in October 2025. Her nomination comes just months after his death, at a time when many in the country are still processing his loss and considering his political legacy. Second to this appointment signals Ruto's strategic political outreach. Raila's Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, remains a powerful force ahead of the 2027 elections. By nominating Ida Odinga, a figure widely respected even beyond political divides, Ruto could be attempting to build bridges with Raila's supporters, soften polarization, and even influence future alliances. This is especially relevant as coalition talks between UDA and parts of ODM continue behind the scenes. Finally, giving Ida Odinga a high-profile diplomatic role reflects Ruto's broader strategy of placing Kenya at the center of global environmental diplomacy, an area where Kenya has traditionally played a strong role, especially as the host of UNEP. It reinforces Kenya's identity as a leader on environmental issues, which has both diplomatic and economic implications. But not everyone is happy. Shortly after the announcement, Oburu Oginga called for an emergency family meeting to discuss the appointment, suggesting that not all family members were consulted. Raila Odinga Jr., that is the son of the late former Prime Minister, initially reacted with a surprise on social media, later deleting his comment, hinting at internal tensions within the Odinga family over political direction and representation. Kenyans across the public sphere, reactions are mixed. Supporters view this as a historic opportunity for a respected Kenyan woman to elevate the country's voice globally, especially on environmental issues. Critics argue it could be a political maneuver by Ruto to reshape alliances ahead of the 2027 polls. Others see it as a tribute to Raila Odinga's legacy, recognizing his family's contribution to Kenya's democratic journey. So, what's really at stake here? 1. Diplomatic influence. You see, if Ida Odinga takes the helm at UNEP, Kenya could strengthen its influence in global environmental governance, especially on climate change, biodiversity, and sustainable development, areas critical for Africa's future. Number 2, political symbolism. Her appointment bridges political divides at a time when national unity and post-election coalition building are key themes. It may either ease tensions or raise questions about political motives. Thirdly, women in leadership. This also sends an important message about women's leadership in diplomacy and national service, something Ida Odinga has long championed. So, ladies and gentlemen, my viewers, Mama Ida Odinga's appointment is more than a diplomatic nomination. It's a historic political and symbolic moment for Kenya. It shows how leadership, legacy, and strategy intertwine in our politics.